What's up guys, Matt back again with another unboxing video, and today we're going to be reviewing the Master Stars piece Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan. Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey. This figure is based on Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. The figure is based on Gohan's iconic transformation into Super Saiyan 2 during his fight with Cell in Dragon Ball Z Chapter 214. This figure is a Master Stars piece release, which are Bandai/Banpresto prize/crane figures of museum-style figures emulating moments from the manga and anime. If you're interested in buying this figure, you can check out my affiliate links below in the description to pick them up for yourself. This figure was released on April 16th, 2015 in Japan. There were also other variations of this figure release in different colors. Gohan stands at about 9 inches tall, weighs 15.1 ounces in box, weighs 8.8 ounces on his own, and the figure comes with his upper body, lower body, and support. Right, Master Stars piece. You know, Master Stars piece to me is kind of like the prelude to Masterlies. They were Masterlies before Masterlies was a thing. And I think a lot of people look back fondly on Master Stars piece, some more than others. I'm a little mixed personally when it comes to Master Stars piece. I don't think all of them were created equal. And I think this figure is probably a good example of why I don't absolutely love Master Stars piece the same way that I like Masterlies. But let's just talk about it. Obviously, as a character choice, Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, or Gohan Youth, whatever you want to call him. I grew up calling him Teen Gohan, even though that's not accurate. I know he's like 11 during the fight with Cell. But it's one of the most iconic moments, not only in Dragon Ball, but in anime history. I think a lot of people look back fondly. People call this the peak for Gohan, his most iconic moment, and it's hard to argue that. Yeah, it's one of the coolest moments ever, and making it into a figure is definitely even cooler just to have in a collection. I think a lot of people have this Gohan. Maybe not this variant specifically, but they have this figure in some form. So as a character choice, it's definitely a 5 out of 5. It's an instant classic. I used to have the superior version. I don't have it anymore. Maybe I'll replace this one day with that one. I don't know. But, you know, it is what it is. Character choice is definitely a 5 out of 5. Super cool figure. His likeness is perfect. He looks exactly like Gohan in the face. I would say maybe his face comes off a little too, like, rounded. But I think they did a really great job. Because the cool thing about this form, it's just like Gohan Beast, where his head and his body, you know, are fairly small. And then his hair is just, like, so big. So in the face, though, he looks really good. He's got those, you know, traditional anime lines under his eyes. He's very well sculpted in regards to his eyes, his face. I'm not talking about the paint right now. Don't worry. We'll talk about the paint. But in the face, you know, without talking about the paint and shading, I don't think we would put that in the likeness category. So I would say his likeness is a 5 out of 5. He does look like Gohan in the face, and they did a great job. In some areas. I'm holding back a little bit. I'm holding back. Hold me back, dog. Sculpt quality is pretty good. Now, I don't like his support. It's a little flimsy. The weight of the figure itself feels a little too top heavy. In fact, when I did have the original Master Stars piece Gohan, the special color version, when I sold off my collection in the past, a seller was holding him and then dropped him, and he easily broke. His foot broke, and I had to repair it. But it just feels like the legs don't have enough weight to them, I think. and he's way too top heavy. You can really feel it like from his head and his upper back. But otherwise, I think it was sculpted amazing, right? Lots of cool details across his battle damage. His muscles are really well pronounced. His hair is just freaking incredible and amazing how it just sticks right up. His big bang. Yeah, they did a really great job. So I think I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. It's not bad at all. Just a couple little areas that I'm like, you know what, could have been a little bit better. I know it was a different time back then. So it's not so much the support. It's more so the weight of the figure that I feel like could have been a little bit better when you're talking about a high quality figure. Now, let's talk about the paint and shading. It's awful. It's so bad. So what I understand, when I got this, it was so bad that I thought this was a bootleg. And I know Master Star's piece is very notorious for having a lot of bootlegs. However, this is a legitimate figure. Apparently, when Bandai re-released this figure, they started manufacturing them out of, I think it was Taiwan. Vietnam. So they started manufacturing these out of Vietnam instead of China. And I guess it was a very cheap alternative because when they started doing that, the paint for this thing came out so poor. Gohan got a freaking sunburn, dude. What is up with his face? It's just, his face is brown and the rest of the figure is like not brown, but even the shading across his arms and his chest is very, very sloppy. And I don't know, man, like the shading all around the figure, even on his gi, and his hair looks like dirty. They just did a really, really bad job in the paint and shading department for this figure. Now, his colors are correct for the most part, but man, they just went way too hard on shading in some areas, and we're just like, whatever. It's just so bad. A lot of people thought it was a bootleg. When I even shared the picture, I was like, hey, and I knew already it was a legitimate figure after I did some research. I posted a picture saying, hey, is it real or fake? And like half the comments were like, no, it looks like a bootleg. But the other people who already experienced the same experience that I had already knew that it was legitimate. So because his colors are technically accurate, I'm going to give paint and shading a 2 out of 5. So it's not like terrible, but man, like if you're going to get a Master Stars piece, Teen Gohan, get the special color version where he's all bloodied up. I think that one was spectacular. They used more of the manga colors. He's amazing. So if you're going to get this figure, get that variation. Do not get this version at all. It's not worth your money whatsoever. You can probably find this one very cheap online, but the other one isn't that much more expensive. So do yourself a favor, stay away from this one no matter what. And then size and scale is also very poor. That's the one thing across all of these Gohans that's not the best. Size and scale is going to get a 3 out of 5 for me because he's too tall. 9 inches is way too tall for Gohan. He should be like maybe 6 inches at the most. Maybe his hair adds that extra height, which would make him like 7 inches. But I think something like the Master Lee's Super Saiyan Gohan from Omnibus Great is a great size for this iteration of Gohan. But anything taller than that, then he comes across as too tall. He's still an 11-year-old. He's still supposed to be shorter, you know, in contrast to a lot of the fighters. He doesn't get that much taller as a, Teen Gohan. So it's going to get a 3 out of 5 in that area for me. But yeah, all in all, guys, very disappointing to see that this variation of Gohan is so poorly done. Master Star's piece has a lot of big fans and a lot of people look back on it favorably, but this is something that's a huge blemish on the legacy. I know a few of their figures kind of have this same paint done to them, and it's just very disappointing. So, even though the likeness is perfect, the character choice is perfect, there are some other problems with this figure. So I'm going to walk away. I won't be too hard on it. I think it balances out, and I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. But until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.